Hi, I'm Andrew Trendle. You're watching Enemy, and we're at Reading 2022. We decided that's the year with Deego from Fontaines.
How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. How are you?
Not bad, yeah. Not bad. Just got in here.
Is this your first Reading? Am I right in saying that?
It is indeed, yeah.
Crikey! I mean, that's a pretty big. That's like a baptism of fire, isn't it? Going onto the main stage for your first ever Reading.
I suppose so, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do anything to live up to that Reading and Leeds legacy?
I mean, we'll just do the show we've been doing all summer, I suppose, and maybe that'll line up.
I was just thinking, because there's so many different kind of new textures and sounds on Skinty Fear. I wondered if you felt that you guys were becoming a different kind of live band.
I don't really know about that. I think that we wanted to make a sound that was very concrete and organised, and I think that we did it for the most part with the third album.
Yeah.
More so than the second one. And I think it really just elevates our live show more, because the second one was quite a lot of slow songs and a lot of melancholy, and now we finally got something that brings it up again, like the first one.
Living in the world of Skinty Fear live on stage and kind of becoming that new band you created for this record, I mean, do you think that that's going to bleed into any new material you might be working on?
Yeah, I think we're always kind of looking forward and back. We really liked what we were doing with this one, how it's a bit slower tempo but kind of groovy and things like that. But I think we want to move away from total darkness or obsession with cynicism and stuff like that. Try and move towards something a bit lighter, but not necessarily poppy or anything like that, but lighter of spirit, you know.
I feel greedy and selfish asking this question, considering we've only been living with Skinty Fear for a little while, and it's one of the records of the year. Trust me. But how much thought have you, how far along are you with the next record?
Well, we've been trying not to write really, to try and take a break from it, so we don't just end up making kind of generic copies of the songs we had.
Yeah.
But we're inevitably writing in sound checks because we kind of can't resist. It's one of the most enticing, probably the most enticing thing about being in a band with each other, is how it feels when we bounce off each other, and that feeling of that moment of things clicking into place. We have a couple of songs that are like that we kind of jammed very freely, and I think it's starting to come together now already, even though we kind of wanted to take a little pause because we've kind of gone a bit hell for leather writing with the last three, you know.
Yeah.
Like always writing. But it seems like we can't do it even if we want to.
Well, when you spoke to Enemy for the cover story earlier this year, you guys talked about the idea that you might eventually move away from guitars completely. Do you feel like you might be edging towards that on the next record, or is it too soon to say?
I'm not sure about that really. I think we will try and do a couple of different instruments here and there live.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we're going to go full on 80s synth or anything like that anytime soon. But
fingerless gloves.
Or any glitter or anything. Well, maybe Carlos, but
yeah.
I think that we'll still be replicating broader influences like we were trying to do on Skinty Fear. You know, we were getting influenced by Ronnie Size and Exterminator by Primal Scream, that kind of
album, yeah.
like recreating electronic sounds with guitars.
Yeah.
I think there's still more to be taken from that, and then there's still more different touchstones that haven't been brought together in a unique mix that we still have ideas for before we abandon the guitars, you know.
Oh, looking forward to it. Well, one of the last times Enemy reviewed you guys was at that huge Sam Fender and Friends Finsbury Park gig. I mean, how was that as a festival, just be purely curated with mates?
It was nice. It was a really fun vibe. Sam sorted out McDonald's backstage for everyone, so that was a pretty fun vibe, kind of unexpected, you know.
Yeah.
And it felt a little bit like summer camp or something.
What's your go-to McDonald's? What do you go for?
20 chicken nuggets and double cheeseburger.
I've just got into chicken selects, you know, it's posh nuggets, aren't they, basically?
Yeah. Well, when you can get 20 chicken nuggets, in the UK it's so cheap.
Yeah.
McDonald's, you can get 20 chicken nuggets for £5.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
I mean, I'm into it, but what is it? How much is a chicken nugget in Ireland?
A lot more than that. Probably a tenner or something like that, yeah.
Well, one of the things Sam mentioned to us when we spoke to him last year about when he was accepting his album of the year was that he was planning on moving to London just so he could be in the orbit of Fontaines and maybe rub ideas of each other. Is that a conversation you've had? Yeah, he said that, yeah.
That's cool. Well, he's definitely hanging out with Carlos and Green a lot, you know. He's a great guy. I mean, you know, he came on tour with us one night. Some night he was going out with Curly, he ended up on our bus, and he ended up in Brighton, and they had this big whole thing. And then we were looking for him, and the two of them actually, we were going to do our gig, and it was this whole thing, but it was fun.
You can't see yourselves getting a big house together. I smell a sitcom or at least a documentary. I don't know.
yeah. The spin-off series. Fender and the Fontaines.
Would Fender Fontaines collab? Can you see it, or is that not something that you consider? Because you just mates.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely worth trying. You know, there's no reason. It's just creativity at the end of the day. I could see an angle of that.
Well, previous Fontaines interviews, you guys have suggested the idea of a Lana collab and a Megan Thee Stallion collab. I just wondered if you'd heard anything back from those guys as a result of that shout-out.
I think we've just been left unseen, you know. But no, I don't think they actually tried to do that.
Yeah.
I think definitely Green wants to do something with that world.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think it's started yet. Maybe a bit. I don't know.
Do you want to cast the net a bit wider? Give a shout out to anyone today. Get on the phone.
Shout out to my mom, my girlfriend, and McDonald's for your price in the UK.
And I mean, tell us about the rest of your night. So it's your first Reading. You're going to go out and explore. You're going to see some. Who are you going to see?
I heard the Enter Shikari you're playing today.
Big fan.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. Like, I was into them in 2006.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to see what's going on with them now.
Yeah.
Or they brought it, or are they kind of just reunited, or have they been going the whole time?
They've been going the whole time, but I think they're kind of regrouping and shifting their sound a bit for this next record. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to check that out.
Yeah. You gonna see Monkeys? Monkeys fan?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen them quite a bit this summer. We've bumped into each other at a lot of festivals. We have the same management as them, so there might be a bit of a coincidence there.
Yeah.
You know, saves on flights for management if they don't have to go to 2 festivals in one weekend. You know.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just joking. But yes, they're great. Like, I just saw them in Rock on Sand there a few days ago, 2 days ago.
They played the new stuff.
Their set, yeah, it was cool actually.
Yeah.
I was wondering how the new song would sound because I heard that they were doing it. And it fit in really well. I mean, it was kind of newish, you know, vibe, but
yeah,
it sounded good.
And so is it Leeds and then you're done until the tour?
No, we've got Leeds and then we've got a festival in Ireland, Electric Picnic.
Yeah.
And then we've got a few days off till we go to America and do 3 weeks and all that stuff.
Amazing. I understand. I bet the chicken nuggets in America are like dirt cheap as well.
They do 2 for like, it's like a silly amount of information I have on McDonald's for some reason, but like they do 2 for $5 Big Macs.
Holy hell, that's good.
Which is crazy but amazing. And they actually do this thing. I was in Boston Airport for the first time. We were going over to do KEXP.
Yeah.
And they have these like egg sandwich things, egg muffin things, and you could get 2 for $3 or 1 for $2.
Man.
Or something. It was more expensive to get less.
So you're going to come back from McDonald's a lot heavier, do you think? From America a lot heavier.
Yeah. Well, shorthand. I mean, yeah. We usually do because actually, the burgers are great. You know? And it's kind of hard to. It can be a bit of a wasteland sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a band, you get parked up in this industrial estate where a venue is.
Yeah. And
then you need a car to get anywhere. You don't have a car.
Yeah.
And so you end up just wandering around these places and going, "What is this?" I don't know. Obviously, it can be really fun as well. You learn a lot about different places, but yeah, I'd say it's always very difficult to find a salad.
The McDonald's salad's all right, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a psychopath.
Which is an amazing note to end on. When's the UK tour? November, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
November. Yeah.
Well, we'll see you in November. Come in November. Bring nuggets. I'm excited. Deego, cheers so much, man. Thank you very much.